This delightfully aged Morris Cowley began life in West Yorkshire, and it still retains its original Huddersfield registration mark VH4320. On the dashboard is the supplying dealer's enamel plaque from David Rosenfield Ltd of Victoria Street, Manchester. They were a well-known motor dealership who became a subsidiary of Henlys Ltd. During World War II, the Morris was owned by a pilot based on a Yorkshire airfield, and it was stored in a local farmer's barn when the owner was away on operational duties. Sadly, the pilot was killed in action, and the car was purchased by the farmer from the airman's parents. By 1979, the Morris was found in a shed in Thaxted, Essex, in need of a complete restoration. The two-seater Cowley was then completely stripped down to the bare chassis and rebuilt over the course of 1979. It then won its class in a Morris registered national event, and over 40 years on since the restoration, it presents nicely as a strong, robust, well-sorted, older restoration. The workmanship from 1979 was clearly carried out to a very high standard. 4 decades on since the rebuild, it still looks lovely with an authentic period patina. We have a couple of restoration photos and also one of wartime legend Dame Vera Lynn with the Morris during a VE Day celebration. On the road, the engine performs strongly, and it has a particularly quiet gearbox and rear axle. It retains its original centre accelerator configuration and the interesting dummy valve cover. The Flatnose Cowley can trace its origins back to the original bullnose Morris of 1913. 20 years on, some manufacturers were already producing overhead valve models. The cover which sat on the top of the Morris engine over the spark plugs was simply an attempt to convince the prospective buyer that the car was rather more modern than it actually was. Morris cars of this era were extremely well made and durable. Often they were subjected to quite harsh conditions and poor roads in the colonies. This is a very authentic, usable example of solid, dependable 1930s British engineering. You can find more photos and full details for this car on our website. The link is in the description below.